Quantum contextuality. Have you ever had one of those dreams where you're sure you're looking at one thing, but the moment you try to focus on it, it changes? The face of a person shifts, the room rearranges itself, the meaning of a word slips through your fingers like smoke. What if I told you that our universe, at its very heart, operates exactly like that dream? Not because it's broken, but because it's far more intelligent, more magical, and more deeply layered than we ever imagined. Welcome. Today we're diving into one of the most profound and mind-bending secrets of reality, quantum contextuality. This isn't just a piece of physics, it's a key to understanding that the universe is not a collection of separate, silent objects, but a single, living, responsive symphony. And the most shocking part? The properties of things don't exist until we ask for them. Let's start with a story. Imagine a single, perfect crystal sphere. In a dark room, it's just a smooth, cool shape in your hand. It has no color. Now, you shine a pure red light on it. What do you see? A brilliant red sphere. You might say, aha, this sphere is red. But then, you turn off the red light and shine a pure blue one. Suddenly, it's a brilliant blue sphere. So which is it? Red or blue? The logical answer is that the sphere has some inherent property. Maybe it contains a pigment that reflects both red and blue light. But what if I told you that in the quantum world, that's not what's happening? What if the sphere, in and of itself, in the darkness, has no color at all? Not red, not blue, not any color. The color only comes into being through the specific question you ask, the specific context of your measurement. The red light creates the redness. The blue light creates the blueness. This is the first whisper of contextuality. Reality is not a pre-recorded movie. It's an improv performance. And the questions we ask are the lines we give to the actors. Now, let's make it weirder. Let's meet the genius who first glimpsed this phantom in the machine. Simon Kochen and his colleague Ernst Specker. In 1967, they didn't have a lab full of fancy equipment. They had pure, crystalline logic. They imagined a single quantum particle, like an electron. And they thought about all the possible questions you could ask it. Questions about its spin, its polarization, its momentum, all the tiny, fundamental attributes that define what it is. They tried to do something that seems utterly reasonable. They tried to assign definite answers to all these questions in advance, like filling out a cosmic multiple-choice test for the particle. They assumed that the particle, like our crystal sphere, must have some secret, hidden list of properties that it carries with it, regardless of whether we look or not. But the math told a different story, a story that defies all common sense. Kochen and Specker proved with ironclad logic that it is impossible. You cannot pre-assign values to all possible quantum questions in a consistent way. Think of it like this. Imagine a mysterious, shape-shifting gem. You can ask it, "Are you mostly red?" And it says, "Yes." You can ask, "Are you mostly hard?" And it says, "Yes." And you can ask, "Are you mostly dense?" And it says, "Yes." So you think you have a good profile, a red, hard, dense gem. But then, you ask a combination question. You ask, "In your nature, are you red and hard?" And the gem says, "No." It's as if the gem is saying, "I can be red when you ask about color. I can be hard when you ask about hardness." But the property of red and hard as a single concept, that doesn't exist in my silent state. You are asking a new composite question. And for that, I will give a new, unique answer. This is the heart of contextuality. The answer you get doesn't just depend on the thing you're measuring. It depends on the context of other questions you might be asking at the same time. The universe is not a list of independent facts. It's a woven tapestry where every thread's color depends on all the threads around it. This shatters the classical clockwork universe of Isaac Newton. In that old view, the moon is there, orbiting the Earth, whether you look at it or not. It has a definite position, a definite velocity. It's just following a script written at the dawn of time. But quantum contextuality tells us that at the fundamental level, there is no script. There's only potential. There's only music waiting to be played. This is where the magic truly begins. Why would the universe be built this way? Think about a human relationship. You are a complex person. You are kind in one context, stern in another, funny with your friends, quiet with strangers. If I tried to pin down your one true personality as a fixed list of traits, I would fail. Because your you-ness isn't a fixed list. It's a dynamic, responsive dance with the world around you. Your kindness doesn't exist in a vacuum. It emerges in the context of someone needing help. Your sternness emerges when discipline is required. Quantum contextuality suggests that every electron, every photon is like that. It doesn't have a fixed identity. Its identity is a set of relationships. It's a note in a symphony whose meaning and sound are defined entirely by the other notes being played at that very moment. This leads us to a breathtaking, almost mystical conclusion. Reality is relational, not substantial. We are taught that the world is made of stuff, atoms, quarks, fields. But what if the primary reality isn't the stuff, but the relationships between them? What if an electron is not a tiny billiard ball, but a tiny knot in the net of connections that make up the cosmos? Its properties are defined not from within, but from its dance with everything else. This is like a cosmic version of a hologram. In a hologram, every single piece of the film contains information about the entire image. Smash the holographic plate, and a tiny shard can still reconstruct the whole picture, albeit with less clarity. The whole is encoded in every part. Contextuality hints that our universe is a kind of quantum hologram. The property of a particle here is not just a local fact. It is informed by and informs the entire cosmic context. It's as if the universe is one, indivisible whole, pretending to be a collection of separate parts just for the fun of the game. The separateness is the illusion. The connectedness is the reality. So, what does this mean for us? For our place in this grand cosmos? It means that you and I are not passive observers of a pre-existing world. We are active participants in its continuous creation. Every time we ask a question of reality, whether with a particle collider or simply by choosing to look at the moon, we are not just reading a page from a book. We are causing the ink to form words on a previously blank page. Your consciousness, your attention, is not a minor side effect in a giant, mindless machine. It is an integral part of the cosmic process of manifestation. You are a co-creator, asking questions that force the universe to make up its mind, to crystallize potential into reality. This is the ultimate power of contextuality. It gives us back our agency in a universe that science had, for centuries, been telling us was a predetermined clockwork. It's not. It's a living, breathing, responsive entity, and we are in constant, dynamic conversation with it. Think of the implications for the future. If we can truly understand and harness contextuality, we are not just building better computers. We are learning the grammar of reality itself. Quantum computers are a first, faltering step. They don't just calculate with ones and zeros. They calculate with possibilities, with context, with the entire symphony of potential at once. They are machines that speak the universe's native language. But beyond technology, this understanding changes us. It weaves us back into the fabric of existence from which classical science had severed us. You are not a ghost in a machine. You are a unique, irreplaceable note in the cosmic symphony. The questions you ask of life, the context you create through your relationships, your work, your art, they are not insignificant. They are literally shaping the reality you experience. The universe is not a cold, silent void. It is a conversation, a dance, a piece of music where every instrument's note is defined by all the others. Quantum contextuality is our first fragile understanding of the sheet music for that symphony. It tells us that the magic we suspected in fairy tales and felt in our most profound moments, the magic of a world that is alive and aware, is not a fantasy. It is the deepest law of nature. The universe is contextual, and so are you. Your reality is not fixed. It is a beautiful, ongoing negotiation between who you are and the questions you dare to ask. If this journey into the heart of quantum magic resonated with you, if it sparked a sense of wonder, then do me a favor. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps this channel grow and bring these ideas to more people. And subscribe, because we have only just begun to scratch the surface of reality's greatest mysteries. The conversation is just getting started, and I want you to be a part of it. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What does a contextual universe feel like to you? How does it change your perspective? And if you're hungry to go even deeper, to explore how these ideas connect to consciousness, to the nature of time, and to the stunning possibility that we live in a holographic multiverse, then I invite you to check out my book, Holographic Multiverse. I've spent years weaving together physics, philosophy, and mysticism to paint a complete picture of this breathtaking new reality. The link is in the description below. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, and remember, the universe is listening.